Hello, and welcome back to another theory with me, Rosie, one of the two people that make videos. Alright, so today's theory is a little bit weird. I'm not sure exactly how to explain it. I sort of just came up with it at 1 o'clock in the morning because I had nothing better to do. But basically, my theory is that not all Simpsons episodes are connected. As in, it's not. Well, to say it's not in the same timeline. Like, it's not, wow, The Simpsons roasting on an open fire to, I don't know, what's an episode from season 31? I don't know. To that. I don't think that there's a line between all those episodes that's completely connected. In fact, I might even go as far to say that none of them are connected in the timeline. Alright, yeah, let's just start this ridiculous theory. So, the only definite event in that definitely has a place in this time. Well, it's not a line, so time, not line. Yeah, the only thing that I know where it's placed in this time, not line, is our very special episode, Treehouse of Horror 5. More specifically, the second part called Time and Punishment. In this story, Homer Simpson gets his hand jammed in the toaster and breaks it in an attempt to get it off. He then spends quite a bit of time trying to fix it, and when he finally does, he takes it for a test toast, only to find himself suddenly going through a confusing vortex thing, which brings him to a confusing place in time where the Stegosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus existed next to each other. But time anomalies aside, he then remembered how his father warned him on his wedding day that if he ever travelled back in time, he shouldn't touch anything, otherwise he could mess up the future. Homer kills a bug, which brings him to the future, where Abe Simpson turned out to be right, because Ned Flanders is now the unquestioned Lord and Master of the Earth. After seeing some disturbing things that may reveal a bit about stupid Flanders, he goes back to the confusing dinosaurs. The rest of the episodes consist of Homer going back and forth, constantly bringing new timelines into existence, until he settles into a universe quite like his own, except those tongues. But I don't think he stayed there. I think that he wanted to bring his universe or timeline back. So my theory is that Homer Simpson continued to make timelines. So, in desperation, our dear Homer went back and forth and 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 back and forth until he well, I don't know, maybe he found it in the end. Probably not though, because The Simpsons is still going. Alright, so this is what the time not line looks like. I don't know, give it a name in the comments. Whoever gives the shape not line thing the best name, I don't know, make yourself a brownie. Oh, what's that? The video's still going. Oh, it's too short? Oh, okay, I can add a little bit. So, I think it would make the most sense if we put the Treehouse of Horror episodes, except for the first two because they're just stories, into the first timelines that Homer made. I say this because I assumed that at some point Homer found a universe sort of similar to his own. It could, be any other Simpsons episode, maybe the newer ones, because I'm assuming for it to be made in those timelines, Homer just set it back a bit so that everyone was born like 30 years after they were supposed to be, or maybe technology developed 30 years earlier than it was supposed to, but I don't know. So yeah, I would place those first, except for the first two. So Treehouse of Horror 3 to 30. I think they've made 30. All of them were the first ones that Homer made. Then I would say that Homer's just sort of continued to try to perfect each one, but perhaps he got there, perhaps he didn't. Again, I don't have the answer. Maybe I'll come up with a tiny little bit to finish that. Yeah, so we're here now. End of the video. It's a good theory. I plan on trying to expand on it if I can, because I don't know. I was thinking of some stuff about Willie, like, because he does this. He seems to understand that Homer's traveled in a new universe. So I was wondering about that. I'm coming up with a second part to this theory, and maybe even the Mr. Burns theory, maybe. But yeah, gently press the like button because we don't want to be rude. Like buttons have rights too. And press subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you're not subscribed, I spit on you. Just kidding. I love you. Jesus loves you. Yeah, goodbye.